He's Damian Lillard, who joins us on the program from my Portland Trailblazers. How's the house? What kind of setup do you have there, Damian?
Man, my setup is the same as it always is, but I built me a little recording studio out inside the house. I got me a game room set up. I've pretty much been in the same room every day, man. So,
what have you been watching?
I watched everything on Netflix. Name it, I watched it.
So you watched, Joe Exotic or the Tiger Show, whatever that show is?
The Tiger King.
Yeah.
Everybody been telling me about it, but I haven't. That's the only thing I haven't got around to. That's literally the only thing.
Yeah. Do you have a basketball hoop there?
I got an outside hoop.
Okay. Now, are you going to take part in that game of horse, that virtual horse game that NBA and ESPN are talking about?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know everybody loved Paulie's idea, so we'll see.
Yeah. Mark Cuban said he was all for that, and I thought, all right, who do you want a piece of? And then what if Zion is in and he dunks? Like, are dunks going to be legal in a game of horse?
I mean, I think it's only right to not have Duncan be a part of it. I think that limits the amount of people who could do it. It's more fun when it's more based on, like, trick shots and skill and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you set your phone up outside, and then you'd shoot a jumper, and then Steph Curry takes the shot that he wants. I guess you could have trick shots. I guess, we could make this work. But who would you want a piece of right away?
In the game of horse?
Yeah.
I don't have nobody specific. I think if it actually did happen and they wanted me to be a part of it, I wouldn't really care who I was playing. I feel like I got a really pretty balanced skill set for a game of horse. So it wouldn't really matter to me, honest.
I saw where Trae Young was on Shaq's podcast, and he said that eventually he's going to be a better shooter than Steph Curry.
That's a tall task. But, Trae can really shoot, man, and he's young. I think over the course of his career, just from experience, he'll become an even better shooter than he is now, just based off of reps and this being his job. He'll be doing it every single day. This is the only thing he has to do. So it's not impossible, but Steph is the best shooter to ever play, and that's gonna be hard for him to accomplish. But I wouldn't say it's impossible.
But who has the best looking jump shot, like form wise? If you were going to teach it. Oh yeah, I'm right there with you.
Easily.
Yeah. Do you sample? What do you sample from other scorers or shooters?
For me, the first thing I see is what's the quality of the shots that they get. Like when I watch James Harden, he makes a lot of tough ones. And then when I watch Clay gets a lot of really high quality looks. And then once he makes those, he starts making every one, no matter how close you are. If you got to take a dribble, if he's off balance, it doesn't matter. And then Steph is just whatever shot he takes, it just looks high quality. If it's deep, if it's off the bounce, if you foul him, even when he shoots from half court or three-quarter court, is you're looking man, I got a chance to go in. But when I watch him, I'm just seeing the looks that they get, and I automatically compare it to okay, when I get this opportunity, am I knocking it down at the same clip or as close to it? Or they get in a position to get this shot. That's kind of how I watch it, and I try to position myself and use some of the things that I see them do to get certain shots so I can get them for myself.
Blazers guard Damian Lillard joining us on the program. Who's most likely to make a run at Kobe's 81 points in a game?
Most likely to make a run at Kobe's 81? I think I'm definitely a part of that group.
Yeah.
I feel like I could get 81 in a game. I would say Devin Booker. I would say myself. I would say
Harden?
Harden for sure. And then another person I would say, who was the? Maybe Clay.
Yeah. Well, Clay scored, what did he get, 37 and a quarter?
Yeah, I mean, Clay, like Steph, he hit you in spurts, over the whole game. He'll just have a high streak, and then he'll get off the ball. He sit on the bench for, like, longer periods of time. But, like, Clay is just, like, super aggressive. He catch it, he firing. And once he get going, they, like, force feed him, they find him. And, like, he ain't shy about it. He'll keep firing and firing and firing. So I think I would say Clay, myself, Devin Booker, James Harden, and maybe.
I mean, Luka does it. Can Luka do something like that, or the Greek Freak?
I think it's possible for Luka to do it. I mean, Luka is just like he can really shoot, but it's like a LeBron type of game. Like he's just, kind of playing the game, getting assists, and he'll score bunches and stuff like that too. I feel like 81 is just like pure a bucket getter. Like I can see Trey Young, like that, who's super aggressive, can really shoot, draw fouls and stuff.
And you got to be a gunner and have no conscience. That always helps.
Got to be somebody that just go for it. You know what I'm saying? What
have you been told about this season?
I haven't really seeked out a whole lot of information. I've heard that the NBA is trying their best to at least allow us to finish it. That they don't want it to just, be canceled and have a champion and not be able to complete the season. I've heard that, and they're exploring all options. So we'll see.
What would it be like to play in an empty arena?
Man, I don't know. I mean, it would be crazy just because I've never experienced that as an NBA player. And we play in such huge arenas, and we become accustomed to a certain type of environment. But I went to a small college, so I played in plenty, 2,500 people in the building. I played in plenty of those. So I guess it wouldn't be completely crazy for me, but it's been a while.
Well, hopefully you're not going too stir crazy, and we look forward to you maybe getting involved in the horse game. It could be fun.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I wonder how that would be. Like, would they just have us play, or would that be like a paid thing, or what? It'd be interesting. Like, how do they do that?
I think it would be just they would have a time frame where you would start your game with Steph Curry, and you guys would do it in real time where you had the camera on you, you took a shot. If you made it, then he has to match it. If you miss it, then he makes, then you do that. And maybe, it's going to be on ESPN, and maybe they can raise money or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's just
like how would they televise it?
I guess they would have to record it. I guess they would just take everything in,
take the video, and then just play it.
Yeah, yeah. And then you set up brackets, and then you go, This is the matchup tonight at 7:00. This is the matchup at 7:30. And they could edit it down. I mean, you're a producer. Right. You know how we can do this. You can put in some music in there. Put a music bed in there. Maybe put in some of your music from your one of your albums, and we can make this fun.
Let my music be in.
Yeah.
Have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Hear you.
Yeah. Throw it in there. Why not, man? Product placement. That's what it's all about. Hey, great to talk to you. We appreciate your time. Hopefully we get a chance to see you back out on the court there, and thanks for joining us.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you having me always.
That's Damian Lillard, 5-time All-Star.